Happy Thursday, Tilray traders and investors, and welcome back in the pursuit of wealth. It's Rod with Pow Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. It is August 14th, and I'm pretty sure everybody's doing awesome this morning. We got some additional news adding more fuel to the fire. It's been a great couple of weeks, obviously, with the regulatory landscape shifting in the U.S., but also pertaining to Tilray specifically. We've had some major individual news updates pertaining directly to the company. They're expanding in the U.S. and Italy news. Also, the reverse split, is it potentially canceled? We're going to be discussing that in today's video. There was an update today from Tilray saying that they expected an extension. They requested, and they also expect an extension, myself included. We know that Village Farms had a warning in 2023. They regained compliance after getting a warning and an extension. And then in 2024, Village Farms got another one, and then they got another extension and regained organically. So I think something similar is in the cards here for Tilray, and I've been saying for a while now that they had till September 21st, and they're probably going to get a 6 months extension. That brings us to March 20th, 2026, and that just seemed like the most likely scenario. And again, they already had approval to do the reverse split from shareholders up to 1 to 10 or 1 to 20. Within that range, it was up to the discretion of the board once they had stockholder approval. But because 41% of people and shareholders voted against it, I think that really, kind of told them to take a hard, long look at it. And after just looking at, the extension and the timelines, I think that was the right move. But ultimately, with rescheduling on the horizon, that was one of the major developments. So that's going to really push us over the edge here. And I think there's a good chance that we regain compliance even before the September one. The September 21st deadline. So we'll see what happens here, but ultimately I think we're just fine. I would put the reverse split odds at like a 20% now. I thought it was somewhere around 50-50 for a while, but now the clock has started. Yesterday we closed over $1, so we just need 9 more trading days and we'll regain compliance. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, take the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos, and as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're going to take a look at the chart. Like I said, we had a bullish continuation pattern that confirmed, and the target is 173. In full disclosure, I do own Tilray in my portfolio. So you can see here yesterday I posted the video on Tilray about the Italy news, and then an hourly bull flag target of 173 USD. Show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. And they expanded their HD9 drinks in the US with variety packs and 10 milligram options as well. You can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPal. So this was the post that I made yesterday. This wasn't me being, boastful or anything like that. All I was trying to do, and it's almost as if I had insight into this information, which I did not. It was just a coincidence. And again, this is what we have to think ahead, right? We have to be ahead of the game. We have to be ahead of the herd. And you have to start, these are things that I was already thinking about. And then sure enough, a day after I posted this reverse split post, we get a reverse split extension. So in this post, I said yesterday on X and on YouTube as well, I said, to all those saying I will wait until after the reverse split to buy Tilray, how is that going for you? I'm asking for a friend. So again, I'm not trying to be an a-hole or anything like that, or I told you so, or boastful, anything. That's not my goal. My goal is to give you the most honest, truthful, and real information. I'm not always right. I'm wrong sometimes too. I'll be completely honest when I'm wrong, and if somebody can, persuade me in any direction, I'm all for that. As long as we're respectful, even if we disagree, we can still be friends, right? So when you come to Pow Group, you don't come here for the clickbait, you don't come here for the fluff, you come here for the real, honest, raw truth. And I tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Most people come to these videos to be told, we're going to the moon yesterday and this, that, and the other, whatever. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for subs. I'm not here for clicks. I'm here to help people and to hopefully make you understand how this game is played. And this is, again, putting yourself in their shoes, putting yourself in the market maker shoes, and putting yourself in the shoes of tomorrow to see where we're likely heading. And I said this, I don't know how many times I said to people, I said, how do you know there's even going to be a reverse split? So many people were saying with confidence, I'll wait until after Tilray to buy, till after they do the reverse split to buy it. And typically after, a big move like that, that's when you get the news, right? That's why they say, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. So again, I'm not here to brag or anything like that. I'm just here to help you learn. And somebody said, be humble in the comments. And I can't see it here now, but I basically just responded saying, always, but at the end of the day, people have to learn from this, right? It's important that we don't just keep making the same mistakes again and again and again. And you got to look at the more logical side of things and what is the most likely result and conclusion. And the most likely result is that they get an extension and they have until March 2026. So again, there was tons of time, and then sure enough today, Tilray Brands reconfirmed strategy to regain Nasdaq compliance and requests extension to meet the listing requirements. So they announced today they are evaluating several options, including but not limited to a stockholder approved reverse stock split to address capital structure and maintain adherence to the Nasdaq's continued listing requirements. Erwin Simon, CEO, Tilray Brands, stated Tilray's trading levels have appreciated in recent weeks following President Trump's review of MJ rescheduling. We believe this market reaction reflects investors' confidence in Tilray's diversified global platform and our ability to capitalize on a more favorable regulatory environment. And also with Beena Goldenberg, she was on BNN Bloomberg yesterday saying how the provinces in Canada are really starting to warm up to beverages in with liquor. So we could very well, she specifically said New Brunswick, Ontario, and Alberta. So we could see MJ infused beverages sold in liquor stores in Canada. And she just continued to reiterate, I think she retires in September. She continued to reiterate how bullish she is on the MJ beverage segment. And like I said, everybody wants to be like Tilray, folks. They're all coming. Tilray is the number one. Like I said, it's going to be top 5 easily, top 3 more than likely, and maybe even the number 1 company in this space when it's all said and done. And like I said, they're all trying to copycat Tilray now. Tilray is a leader in MJ, beverage, and wellness, and our growth potential extends beyond a single regulatory change. We are pleased to see investors more accurately recognizing the intrinsic value of our differentiated business portfolio. Tilray has multiple options to meet Nasdaq requirements, and with this extension, we are giving the market additional time to demonstrate its confidence in our long-term strategy. We are building the future of consumer goods at Tilray, creating the value of customers, patients, and shareholders through a commitment to innovation at global scale. Like this company, the stock had no business being down at 30, 40 cents. Obviously, that's just the market being irrational. That's just the market full of people who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. And I said it had no business being at 30, 40 cents. I said, fair value somewhere around that $1.50 area. And then sure enough, in no time at all, we shot up from about a 500 million with an M market cap, and we're now sitting at 1.34 billion market cap US, folks. That's how quickly things can change. And again, when everybody and their dog was saying, I'll wait until after the reverse split, I was like, good luck with that, because it's probably not going to happen. And there's probably going to be a massive move come, and you're going to miss it. And how long have I been screaming from the rooftop saying that rescheduling was more than likely coming in the fall? So, and again, you got to look at the technicals. We had a falling wedge on the weekly time frame. We had hidden bullish RSI divergence. We broke out of the falling wedge, and then we had a daily bull flag targeting 108. We hit that. Now we zoom into the hourly time frame, and you can see there's an hourly bull flag that just confirmed, and the target there is 173. And today we hit 137. So in terms of percentage distance, we're only 27% away from that target. So again, you got to combine fundamentals with technicals and understand how the game is played, understand how the news, when news usually comes out, the price is running in anticipation of it. And just understanding that you can't beat the market, right? When 99% of retail investors are so sure that the reverse split's going to happen, I'm going to wait till after that. That told me to put my contrarian hat on, right? And usually the masses, the herd, retail investors are usually wrong 90+% of the time, right? Or else would all be multimillionaires from stocks, crypto, whatever it is. So we're looking at that continuation. There's still no major red flags. We had a little bit of hangover here from CP inflation numbers. So yeah, overall, we're looking just fine. We're going to continue higher from here. Once rescheduling happens, this thing's easily going to be at $3 or $4. Just to get back to our weekly moving average there at the 200 weekly, we're looking at around 286. Look at our names. A lot of names are getting above their weekly 200s. CBFF, you got OGI trying to get above its 100 weekly to head towards its 200. Cron, same thing, got above its. So if Tilray is leading, right? They're leading in Europe, they're leading in Canada, they're leading in the US. And as you can see, if we were to hit that 200 weekly, that would bring us up to around 286. So again, more than likely going to be a fall thing once we get actual movement on rescheduling. But again, they basically said we're gonna take this offline. We're gonna look at what 2 plus 2 really looks like behind the scenes, and we'll get back to you with what this 2 plus 2 calculation ends up being. I think we all know the writing is on the wall, and they're going to move forward with rescheduling. And it's not going to take years. It's probably going to take weeks, if not months, and it could very well come into effect by the end of the year. And some experts are saying that once the federal government moves in the executive branch, then the states won't be long after that. So exciting times. We're only just getting started. Again, Tilray had no business being at 30-40 cents a stock. That's just absolute insanity. And now we're getting back into more reasonable and fair market valuations. All right, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section. We'll continue the conversation there. Also, if you were burnt and you sold Tilray and you missed the move, don't worry, there's always going to be another time to add, and I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but now you can't go wrong adding at these levels. And, if you need any help, just reach out. It's very important that we learn from this, right? And learn to spot this and these clues so that we don't make these mistakes again and again in the future. All right, it's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.